True stability arises from alignment with spiritual truth. Gaia's movements are demonstrations of spiritual dominion, not fragility. She is revealing her eternal nature as a multidimensional being, one whose physical form is only a partial expression of her greater identity. As she expands, she invites you to expand with her, to release the belief that reality must remain static, and to embrace the fluidity that accompanies genuine transformation. Your emotional body is intimately connected to the Earth's energetic rhythms. When Gaia exhales density during her integration of higher frequencies, many of you feel corresponding waves within your own field. This can manifest as sudden emotional surges, unexpected sensitivity, or a sense of turbulence moving through your inner landscape. These experiences do not indicate regression. They reflect synchronization with the planet's clearing cycles. Just as Gaia releases what is no longer aligned with her evolution, your emotional body releases layers accumulated over lifetimes. These emotional storms arise not because something is wrong, but because the hypnotic patterns that once shaped your identity are losing their influence. When these inner movements arise, they are not warnings, they are opportunities. As you surrender to these emotional tides, your higher self begins to guide your movement through them. The turbulence you feel becomes a pathway rather than an obstacle. Emotional clarity emerges gradually as you consistently choose truth over conditioned narratives. You are not being overwhelmed, you are being refined. These releases demonstrate transformation, not threat. They mirror the Earth's own evolution, reminding you that growth is an ongoing process of shedding, expanding, and realigning. When you meet your emotions with presence rather than resistance, they move freely, leaving behind spaciousness and coherence. Your emotional body becomes more transparent, more responsive, and more attuned to the subtle currents of your multidimensional nature. In this way, you evolve alongside Gaia, participating consciously in the unfolding of planetary ascension. Across your world, the energies arriving from the sun illuminate not only individual patterns, but also the deeper layers of collective consciousness that have shaped human experience for centuries. Solar activity functions like a cosmic spotlight that reveals where fear, trauma, and fragmentation still influence the shared field of humanity. These waves of light move through the collective in much the same way they move through your personal emotional body. They stir what is unresolved so that it may shift. As more illumination enters, outdated structures within consciousness lose their anchoring. Narratives that once seemed indestructible now feel hollow. Systems built on fear or scarcity appear increasingly unstable. You are not witnessing the rise of new threats. You are witnessing the collapse of mass hypnotism. What is dissolving is the belief that humanity must navigate life through conflict, separation, or external authority. Old timelines, built on assumptions that no longer resonate with your expanding awareness, fall away. Simultaneously, new pathways emerge, pathways shaped by unity, cooperation, and coherence. These potentials strengthen because they are aligned with the truth that has always been present beneath the surface of human experience. Fear becomes amplified only where truth is not yet embodied. As these energies continue to reveal inconsistencies in the collective field, individuals who cling to old narratives may feel destabilized. This is not a failure of consciousness. It is an invitation. Unified awareness dissolves the illusion that external forces hold power over your destiny. Authority begins shifting from systems to individuals, from institutions to inner knowing, from external validation to internal alignment. As each person awakens to their inherent sovereignty, the collective matrix reorganizes around this coherence. Conflict loses its grip. Polarization loses its appeal. Energetic structures that once thrived on division no longer find resonance in the evolving field. You are not waiting for the world to change. You are becoming the vibrational template through which new realities can manifest. Every moment of clarity you experience sends a signal into the collective, supporting others in stepping out of fear and into truth. This is the reorganization unfolding across humanity, a transformation rooted not in force, but in awakening. As solar light frequencies increase, so does your capacity to perceive realities that coexist alongside your physical environment. Many of you are already sensing more synchronicities, receiving subtler forms of guidance, and feeling the presence of higher dimensional beings who exist just beyond the threshold of ordinary perception. Contact begins not with physical visitation, but with vibrational alignment. When you are attuned to frequencies that resonate with higher dimensional consciousness, communication becomes possible through intuition, knowing, and subtle energetic impressions. As your awareness expands, you recognize that contact is not something that must be reached for or accomplished. It is a natural consequence of your rising vibration. You begin to perceive beings who have always been present, waiting patiently for the moment when your consciousness would allow a clear connection. Many of you will experience this as an increase in inner communication, a heightened ability to discern energetic signatures, or a sense of companionship that feels unmistakably real, even without physical form. Contact becomes available because you are dissolving inner division. When you no longer believe that you are separate from the greater fabric of existence, recognition unfolds effortlessly. Higher consciousness does not impose itself on you. It meets you where you are willing to receive. You cannot force this connection, nor can you engineer it through effort. You allow it by affirming your spiritual identity and releasing the belief that there are powers outside of you that control or limit your experience. As those beliefs dissolve, the way becomes clear for interdimensional recognition. And when contact occurs, it is not an extraordinary event. It feels natural because it arises from inner coherence rather than external spectacle. These encounters are extensions of your own multidimensional nature, reminders that you belong to a community far wider than the boundaries of Earth. In this sense, contact is not a future milestone. It is an unfolding of truth, one that begins within and radiates outward into your lived reality. Your presence serves a vital role in the evolution of humanity, especially during periods of heightened energetic activity. The stability you cultivate within yourself becomes a stabilizing force for others, often without you realizing it. When you embody peace, openness, and willingness, you create an energetic field that supports collective balance during times when the world appears to be in flux. You are not required to perform grand gestures or take dramatic action. Your frequency alone contributes. Simply existing in a state of coherence during intense solar waves supports the whole of humanity. Your awareness acts as an anchor, grounding the energies that might otherwise overwhelm those who are not yet prepared to navigate them. Even when you feel you are doing nothing, your vibration is radiating outward and offering stability to the collective field. Your willingness to remain present without collapsing into fear or resistance creates a harmonic resonance that others unconsciously draw upon. You anchor light most effectively by refusing to participate in hypnotic patterns of fear. Consistency is what amplifies your impact, not intensity. When you choose truth moment by moment, you serve as a law of harmony for your environment. Your embodiment becomes a living statement. I live, yet not I. The deeper self expresses through me. This state does not arise through force or discipline alone. It arises through remembering who you are and releasing anything inconsistent with that truth. When you maintain inner clarity, your surroundings begin to shift. People feel calmer in your presence. Conversations become more grounded. Situations that once felt chaotic begin to reorganize. This is not coincidence, it is resonance. As you embody your spiritual nature more fully, you become a focal point through which coherence spreads into the wider collective. This is the role of a light anchor, to embody truth so fully that your presence naturally supports the transformation of the world around you. The waves of energy arriving now are only the beginning. More will come, each building upon the last, each carrying frequencies designed to support your continued expansion. You will become more capable, more centered, more intuitive, and more aligned as the process continues. The transformation unfolding within and around you is irreversible. It is purposeful. It is orchestrated by an intelligence far greater than any force you could identify in the physical world. You are not moving toward uncertainty. You are moving toward coherence. The path ahead invites you to walk with recognition rather than effort. Spirit is the substance, the activity, and the law of all experience. When you honor this truth, preparation becomes unnecessary. You do not brace for what comes next. You open to it. And as you open, the world begins to reflect your alignment. Manifestations flow with less resistance. Guidance arrives more quickly. Your reality organizes itself around the clarity you hold. As you dissolve the belief in external power, you enter a state of natural protection. Nothing can impose itself on you when you recognize that the source within you is the only authority. Harmony manifests automatically when consciousness aligns with truth. The more you allow this truth to express through you, the more effortlessly you navigate ascension, contact, and planetary shifts. Challenges that once consumed your attention lose their weight. Confusion becomes temporary rather than defining. You begin to sense that every experience, whether comfortable or not, is part of a coherent unfolding. This recognition allows you to meet the future not with apprehension, but with trust. You are not preparing for upheaval. You are preparing for illumination. The path ahead becomes clear when you remember who walks it with you and who walks it through you. If you are listening to this, beloved one, you needed to. I leave you now. I am T'eeah of Arcturus.